Gigaventure.
School, he would drag me in. He's like, my brother has been doing these plays, man. We got to do these plays. They're so much fun, and there's girls. I was like, really? All right. Perks, yeah. And I was like, oh, this looks scary, this gigantic theater. So started doing plays, and that did really well. That was a lot of fun. And so I did that 9th grade through 12th grade, and ended up doing, like a dozen plays, and got to do all kinds of character work, played the German, and played a Brit, right? It was fun playing a Brit. It's always great playing a Brit, yeah? It's great fun.
Soccer.
What's that, love? Oh, well, we can show that. If it comes up on the computer, we'll show you that. Do you like that? Oh, she's talking about a movie I did, a little independent short called A Hard Day's Day. Are you the same woman who screamed out, "I'll have your babies"?
That was me.
That was the opening ceremony.
That was me.
But now you got her thinking. Now you got her thinking.
The offer's still open.
Yeah. Day in the Life of a Beatles tribute band, and we did that, and it's great fun. So you know of it too. Yeah, and I played Paul McCartney in that one. Sir Paul McCartney. Yeah, mind yourself, go veggie. Hey, wingspan. Woo! That's it. God save the Queen. More impressions, and ended up going to college and studying radio, television, and film. Did a radio show, and did a TV sketch comedy show. And then all of a sudden I heard bells.
Quinton Flynn.
And I knew it was some kind of angelic intervention.
It
told me, you're on the right path, mister. You better stay on that path. And then this video show I was hosting was called The Alternate Beat. It was a music video show, not unlike MTV's 120 Minutes, which is no longer a show, but it was you know that? Remember that? Yeah.
I watch all the clips all the time on YouTube.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they played what was alternative music at the time that nobody else was showing, and we did the same thing. Then after that, I was out of college, and my dad was like, "Get a job. Get a job." And I had been in rock bands for a number of years, and my cousin Franklin said, "Dude, I want to go to LA. I want to be a rock star." And we were from Cleveland, so he kind of talked like he was a crossover from Cleveland and Chicago. And I said, "All right, well, I will help you move to LA." And I knew that to make it in the industry, I needed to live in either LA or New York. Those are the primary industries in which show business operates. Some of the secondary cities are Chicago, and for voiceover, Dallas. Oh my God, did you feel that rumbling? Please. Either that or it's just one of the rides at Disneyland. So we moved out there, and a temporary vacation ended up becoming a permanent solution. I ended up doing some voiceover workshops, and this is where it comes into play. How did you get into what are you doing? Besides doing theater and some shorts for TV and film, I ended up taking a couple of voiceover workshops for commercials and for animation, and did so well that at the suggestion of my then girlfriend, I pursued this. And I found a casting director who wanted to help me make a demo. And a demo is what you need to succeed in the business. It's what you need. It's like a calling card. And we put together a demo of my voices and commercial pieces that I could then submit to agencies for representation. And we did that. And she gave me a letter of referral because she liked my work so well. So mind you, after having done a number of workshops, and I had done another demo that was just mediocre, we put together a really kick-ass professional demo And I went around LA knocking on doors, and out of 16 agencies, I found one who was willing to take a chance on me, and it was Sandy Schnarr at Sandy Schnarr Talent. Lovely lady, and all it takes is one. And this one wonderful woman ended up taking me in like a lost little lamb, and shepherded me and signed me and started having me audition for different, roles, for commercials and animation and promos, and little by little I started to book work. And on the IMDb page it says that my first job was a guest star on the animated series Aladdin, and I think it just says additional voices. So we don't know, and I don't know, what my character was on that series. I believe I was a young prince. I just don't know the name. Yeah, you'll find it. It will say additional voices. Aladdin TV series in parentheses. There you go. What a striking first role. But then I went on to do the Human Torch for the Fantastic Four series. Where Johnny Storm. Flame on! There you go. Yes, and also in the Spiderman series, the Torch did appear. And then Jonny Quest. Come on, Dad, we gotta go find Bandit. Haji, help me. I'm in dire need of some electrolytes, so give me a Gatorade. And then came Timon and Pumbaa and the Adventures of Timon and Pumbaa. Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. You guys are good. There's no reason for me to be up here. None. You're delicious. Yes.
They do call me Snacks.
You say it to yourself every morning? Good. Good, you should. You know what? I should take your lead on that. Otherwise, I'd be balled up in the corner in the fetal position, crying hysterically. Hey, wait a minute. You're pretty good. You should be up there.
Kind of like Cole when he can't get anywhere near Rukia.
Like all the time. Rukia! Rukia!
I have no idea. Complete. A little bear. Wow, no idea.
Cone, a little pervy plushie. And I'm spent.
Well, you can't be spent yet. I'm just give us a word of wisdom from Iruka.
What is happening over there?
There's always Iruka-sensei who's looking after Naruto.
What?
Naruto, you've done such a fine job. What do you say you and I go out and get some ramen?
You did so much!
Naruto! Naruto! Naruto!
Believe it!
Never listens.
What about Bam?
Vamp? Vamp? Vamp never listens. He never listens to Raiden at all. He's always in the way.
That's scary.
But I put him out of his misery last time, didn't I? That's right.
Dude, this is crazy.
He's right.
Yeah.
And this was all the panel was.
This one goes out to you. Got it memorized?
I like that game.
Marcus Damon, Digimon Data Squad. Going hot. Yeah. Agumon, what are you doing? Come on. Don't touch her anymore. Or any less.
Additional voices!
I will do additional voices for you now, yes. This is additional voice, sure. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Yes. You could call it what you like. You can call it what you will. It rhymes with Bill Michael, it rhymes with Bill.
And then there's Reno. Somebody just said Reno out there.
What?
Yeah, your mom's cool. Wait a minute, what the hell am I talking about? I'm still out here. And still waiting. Somebody let me in.
Wait.
Dr. Riddles, oh yes. Dr. Riddles, of course, from Zatch Bell. Well, everything's a question, isn't it? Yes. Just kidding. Always kidding. Kiddo? Dr. Riddles had his little friend Kiddo, and Kiddo would always ask him something, and Dr. Riddles would give him the answer, and Kiddo would say, "Really, Dr. Riddles?" And then Dr. Riddles would shut him down with, "Kidding!" Oh. Poor Kiddo. I did do Raiden.
Christopher Walken.
Deidara. Art is a bang. Art is a bang. Art is a bang. You know, as Christopher Walken, I find that people ask me questions a lot, and they think I stammer or stutter or pause in between sentences. And what I find is that people naturally just keep talking. They don't understand that there are gaps between words. They need to be honored. Otherwise, sometimes one has to bitch slap them. Now you got me on that one. Do David Hayter. I'm not gay, sorry. I feel like a performing monkey up here. Do this, do that, do this.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
That's a good thing. So, how about, how's that buffering coming? It's done? Okay, well, should we go for questions now, or do you guys want to see a little movie short? Let's see a movie. Okay. Well, we've got this little indie short. If you like the Beatles, anybody like the Beatles?
Posted it on the list. Who?
All right, it's a little parody short. We will show that. We'll screen that.
Want more news on anime, video games, and conventions? Just go to gigaventure.com. And don't forget to check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/gigaventure, for videos, photos, and more. Gigaventure, getting your otaku on.
Oh, thank you. You guys enjoyed that?
Yeah.
Oh, Ringo. Didn't he look like Ringo?
A bit.
He did. I'm bloody gorgeous. Let's rock. That was a lot of fun to make. Let's see what else is on YouTube.
No, good shot. Cats.
What's that?
Search your name.
Cats? Yeah, the last time I did a convention, it actually ended up afterwards that there was this cat appeared. And so yeah, I clicked on it, and there was this whole thing about this cat that these people had adopted. So I did kind of Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing. I just ad-libbed over the entire thing. It was quite fun. All right, so let's get some questions going. I'm sure you have some. Yes? Did I keep it? I didn't keep it. Well, because I made soup with it and I had to throw it out. And it dissolves. Yeah. Oh, Elgin? Mike needs, he needs some juice on his, cordless. Good. Nice. Test check. You got a question over there in the corner.
When you were growing your talent, how long a day did you spend going around pitching yourself, and how long a day did you spend practicing your craft?
You want to ask that one more time?
Yes, sorry. When you were improving yourself and when you were getting used to the area, how long each day did you spend pitching yourself or working on demos, and how long did you spend actually practicing the craft, recording, doing voices?
That's a tough question to answer. Let's see. I guess you mean like in the beginning with? Yeah. Well, God, it was so long ago.
End of questions.
Yeah. I just, I'd work on those workshops and I would practice in between. And then what would happen is whenever hello? Check, test. Whenever I get an audition, I would practice for the audition. And once it was done, it was out of my hands. And then I would move on to the next one. And I didn't do a whole lot of practicing in between unless it was to work on a dialect, you know, like for a character or a sound-alike, which they ask for once in a while. Mind you, this was all before the internet, so I didn't have access to the internet. I would have to go find something at a bookstore, like Samuel French bookstore, which you'd have to buy cassettes of an Irish dialect or a British dialect or an Australian dialect, or to have to watch a movie, rent a movie to listen to. So I don't know how many hours I spent, but you know, as much time as I could. Does that help?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. You know, and I did improv classes too, and that helps a lot. Improvisation. And acting. The more you do, the better it gets. And the easier it is to just kind of roll with it. Okay, it's been great. We have a question right here.
Did you at any time work on the show Metalocalypse?
No. I've never heard of it. Is it one of your favorites?
I thought I recognized your voice in some of the impressions you were doing for some of the characters.
I wish, because that could have been another page.
Additional
That would pay
voices.
my bills.
You did your Paul McCartney impersonation on the Stephen Colbert show, correct?
No, I ended up doing it on the Jimmy Kimmel show.
I knew it was one of them. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was back when McCartney was talking to the astronauts when they were in space, and they must have been on one of the shuttles, and they had them, you know, how the astronauts can actually somersault, and so they had a split screen, and they had Sir Paul talking to them, and they just parodied him where he'd say, "All right then, lads, do it again. Do the somersault thing. That was good. Now do it again. One more time. Yeah, love it. Do it again." And they cut back and they kept repeating the image of the astronaut just rolling over and over and over. It was great fun.
Before you started doing your radio show and the voice acting, did you have anything else planned to do as a career?
I always knew I wanted to be in show business. I didn't know in what capacity I wanted to work in television or film. I didn't know I'd end up in voiceover as a career. I had no idea. Well, at that time, there were no video games. I mean, other than Pong, you know, and Galaxian and Pac-Man. Yeah, there were things that there were no voice acting opportunities for. And the only anime there was that in the States was Speed Racer and Kimba, the White Lion. The mightiest lion in the world. If you watch those episodes, you see Kimba would be moving, and the earth beneath Kimba in the background would be moving. I was like, what a strong lion. So there was, you know, I didn't even have a nodding acquaintance with anime until who knew that was going to happen during my career. But I wanted to be on Saturday Night Live, and I did end up auditioning for and testing for Saturday Night Live a number of years back. Met Lauren Michaels and Tina Fey and the whole gang. Went very well, but they went a different direction that year, unfortunately for me. I know. But, you know, made it as far as anybody can make it, just like Steve Carell, who went that way and then ended up going a different direction. And there's a lot of people who tested for Saturday Night Live who didn't make it. But I ended up being on hallowed stages where people like Steve Martin and Andy Kaufman performed, and it was really a thrill.
So, if you were stuck on an island with all the characters that you've voiced so far, which one would you eat first?
I love this question.
That's a shame. I don't voice any female characters.
Bazinga!
Heyo!
I am religious.
Wow.
Keep Axel and cook your food.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which one would I eat first? Well, I definitely am not a carnivore. I am a carnivore. Which one would I eat first? God, who's the fattest? Well, no, I do Timon, I don't do Pumbaa. So. That's right. Gosh, I don't know. Blanking. He's very tiny.
Axel can cook himself.
Timon might be the tastiest.
Say it. No.
So we might have to go there. But boy, you know, I don't think I'd last very long. That's the sad part. Well, maybe. Although I might have the devil inside. Additional voices. There you go. Thank you. Yeah. Plural.
What can you say about Metal Gear Rising so far?
Oh.
Well, I signed a non-disclosure agreement form, which means I'm not allowed to say much. All I can tell you is I'm in it. And the script is excellent. We have a terrific cast. It's highly enjoyable. We're still in production. It's going really, really well. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I can tell you about it, except it's turning out to be a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. I had a lot of reservations about it, just like everybody else. But so far, it seems so good. So, yeah, it's going swimmingly. Swimmingly, my friends.
Hello.
So they're swimming.
I just had a curious question. Have you ever gotten a chance to play the games that you're in, or watch the anime that you have a character in?
You know, I've watched and I've seen them, and I've seen bits and pieces of the games. I've tried playing some of the games. Emphasize try. I have failed in valiant efforts. But, yeah, I'm, you know, so less of a gamer than you guys. You guys are the pro gamers, I'm the pro actor. That's really what it comes down to. And so I end up seeing a lot of it on YouTube. And I go, hey, there it is. There's that level I couldn't get to. Right, I love that. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, all of a sudden I'm doing Henry from No More Heroes. That's right. If anybody remembers that one.
Yes!
Yes. Henry from No More Heroes. Good to see you, lads. All right, lads and lasses. Yes?
I have a question. I just want to know if you know if they're going to be adapting Digimon Cross Wars in America, and if they do, will you reprise your role as Marcus Damon?
I don't know the answer to that question, but I would be happy to reprise Monroe as Marcus Damon. That would be amazing. Man, let's hope that happens.
Kickstarter.
Is it just for one episode?
Like a span, like a saga, like 3 or 4 episodes.
Well, I hope so, and I hope they bring me back. Fingers crossed and toes. I definitely won't be eating Marcus Damon on that island.
Of all the fellow voice actors and actresses you got to work with, who are some of your favorites?
Oh, I enjoy working with Frank Welker, who's a legend in the business. Phil Lamar.
Woo!
Yeah. You guys know Phil? He's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samurai Jack, Green Lantern.
Bam.
Yeah! Wow.
Raw.
That man a tranquilizer. Phil played Vamp to my Raiden in Metal Gear Solid 4. And, you know, just great. Great working with him. And we've worked on other projects together. David Hayter, of course. Jennifer Hale, Greg Delisle. And you'll see her tomorrow, Tara Strong.
What is your favorite piece of dialogue as Raiden?
What is your favorite piece of dialogue?
My legs hurt.
You're a real egotistical woman.
You're a real egotistical woman? Is that Metal Gear 2 or 4? 2. You're a real egotistical woman. Does that work for you?
Oh, yeah.
You're a real egotistical woman.
Say it sexier.
Say it more sexual.
Hi.
Do you happen to remember that one line you said in Metal Gear Solid 2 where you said, "Colonel, we managed to avoid drowning"?
Colonel, we managed to avoid drowning. That was MGS2.
Right. To the game. Remember what was going
Sons of
on
Liberty.
in your mind when you said it?
Yes. Colonel, we managed to avoid drowning. I was acting the line. That and when is it time for lunch?
You mentioned earlier that you did like to do impressions.
You're thinking of a good one.
So, for the sake of this panel, could you impersonate Raiden from Metal Gear Solid, impersonating Axel from Human
Impression. You clever boy.
So Raiden, Metal Gear 4, doing an impression of Axel.
Impressionception.
Stump number 2. Impressionception.
I'm so flattered. And she would remember me and my beautiful red hair.
Oh my god.
I like your clove, Roxas.
Enough.
Maybe you and I should have some sea salt ice cream.
Oh god.
He went
Got
there.
it memorized.
So hearing you were working with Tara Strong, I have actually two questions. One is actually. I got that. All right.
Yes, they're real.
My first question.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Bazinga. Now I have to do my Johnny Carson impression. Is that weird? Okay.
Tara Strong's boobs.
All right.
I approve of Johnny Carson.
Yes.
No.
My good friend.
Oh my god, ask the question.
Who is your favorite pony?
Someone came up with
If I may ask, could you impersonate Tara Strong impersonating Twilight?
My favorite pony better be
Impersonating Tara
Daisha.
Strong, impersonating. Doing what?
What are the titles?
Twilight, the books.
See,
Vampires.
you got me. 'cause
You wanted
I
to read
don't-
Twilight.
I don't know her body of work.
I know her body.
Body of work.
I don't know her body of work, so I can't do it. I'm at a loss.
What about Rich Little?
Yeah, Rich Little he was one of my inspirations.
Why don't you give us one of his impressions?
Well, my Johnny Carson was doing Rich Little's Johnny Carson. That's where I started off. I was doing Rich Little's Johnny Carson, and also back in the day, the former President Richard Nixon. I am not a crook. I tell you, I am not a crook. You understand? I am not a crook. And of course, there's the Duke, John Wayne. You better believe it, mister. I'm going my way, you're going yours, Cookie. Hey, won't you, Brendan? It's right. You better believe it, Duke. Stay away from me there. I'm an old man. I can't handle what you're giving. Stay away from me. Oh, that's right, boy. I saddle up them horses, but I'll just stay around here cooking. Cooking's what I do best.
Okay then.
There you go.
Where's that from?
What is it with you and playing sexy redhead characters?
That question from the
Yeah, Marcus Damon, Reno, and Axel.
True.
What's that all about? I must have some ginger jeans.
He's on no soul.
Hey-o.
Without spoiling anything, considering the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, were you a little bit skeptical to work on the next one?
Well, I was concerned, so I'm glad that I'm back. I'm very happy, because I didn't know, Same with Kingdom Hearts.
I'm not proud of you.
So glad I'm back.
More hands, please.
Yeah, we.
Yowie? What? Yowie?
I hurt Yowie. I hurt him say it.
She's back.
Oh my God.
You got this.
In the beginning of your career, did you ever expect to have such a wide fan base and have so many people come just to see you and spend so much time waiting in line just to see you?
No. I didn't. I had no idea.
How does that make you feel to know that everybody's here because they're really excited just to meet you?
Oh.
Well, I'm honored. I'm honored and flattered.
Yes.
I'm so flattered!
Another one.
I have to actually stand up. Just take it in for a moment. Because I never thought of it the way you just said it. But, it's really an amazing thing. Thank you for that.
Woo!
Because,
You're awesome!
anyway, you guys, without you, I wouldn't be here. And without, I would have no idea that the work I do means anything if you weren't here to give me this kind of feedback and have the questions that you have and the comments that you have that are so fun, and hilarious. And it's really, it's great, it's interactive, it's wonderful. They definitely didn't have this when I was growing up. And so the opportunity to interact and to have this love fest is awesome. So it's as much fun for me as it is for you, and I'm so thrilled just to have your love and blessings. Thank you.
And my babies.
And now I have to say something filthy to make it all bad.
Yes!
Now it's time for the Yowie song.
Oh my God. What's Yowie? What's Yowie?
Let's jump into this question.
What's that? Passports only.
Oh yeah, it's 18 plus, right?
Okay, my question is, whenever you're given a new role,
you know, are you usually given ahead of time like a character description, or is it sometimes it just be like, okay, here's the setting, here's the character, give you 5 minutes to do it?
That'll happen for auditions sometimes. You know, I might have a short amount of time to prepare, but not for a role for a job. Usually I get more prep time than that. Yeah. Yeah, that's the quickest way. I mean, sometimes they'll throw an extra voice at me during a session for a job. That's happened before. But fortunately, because they trust me enough to be able to do the character, that we can put it together on the fly, and then we make it happen. Yeah.
Hey, this is really random, but if you woke up in the jungle naked, what would you do?
Here's how we know what you do.
I don't know. Would I be alone?
Be with her.
God, what would I do? Would you be there with me? Your fantasy, not mine.
She's 16.
See how I turn the tables? Yeah, we. Yes, sir.
How's it going?
It's going okay. I think. By gauging the room, it feels like it's going well.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yes.
What was the weirdest role that you ever had to portray for? Yeah, that you voiced acted for.
The weirdest role. Well, we'd have to look at my IMDb to figure that one out. Yeah, it's usually additional voices. I think one of the most peculiar one was lately I guessed it on Robot Chicken, and I played a face. That's a good one. That was actually very, very fun to play. That was fun. But I played a faceless Lego man. So heretofore, that would be the strangest character I've had to play. Yes.
I'm surprised no one has asked this. What's been your favorite character to play?
Faceless Lego man. No, my favorite character to play has been Spiderman, who I played in Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, because Spidey was my all-time favorite superhero growing up as a child. Listen to this tingle.
It's like really random, but what is your opinion on Yaoi?
Well, I have to sing the Yaoi song to give you that.
Sing it!
All right. I'll give you the background real quick. My buddy Jeff Nimoy and I, we were doing a convention. It was our first convention ever. And after the day had finished, we were looking to meet some women. So the bar was closed, and so we went up to this one fella, and we said to him, where can we meet some women? And he pointed to this yaoi room. And he said, go in there. And we said, what's yaoi? And he said, oh, you'll find out.
What is yaoi?
So we were a couple ignorant fools. We walked in, and we saw this room was packed, this darkened room with women. We were like, wow, look at this. And we looked up at the screen, we went, wow, look at that. Yahweh. All of a sudden, the lights went up. This guy in the front of the room says, hey, everybody, we got a couple of special guests. Quinton Flynn and Jeff Nimoy. Come on up, guys! We were like,
And the paddles raised. We did not know games.
So they introduced us, and the girls were like, hey, how you doing? And we're like, hi, we're here, but we're not here for this.
We are together, but not together. We're here to meet you.
And they're like, sure. Afterwards, they're filing out, and we're like, no, it's nice to meet you. We're not gay. Even though there's nothing wrong with that, it's okay. You know,
I tell you guys that all the time.
sure, boys. So we wrote this song about that. It's called the Yaoi song. We're not gay. All right, ready? Walked into the Yaoi room and saw something obscene. 300 hot young girls were staring at the screen. Naked animated men engaging in foreplay. Those girls assume that scene applied to Q and J. We're not gay. Gay. No, we're not gay. We know that lots of you would be in fangirl bliss. If you would get to see Roxas and Axel kiss.
Sit down! That's not what they had in mind.
But that won't fly with us, no matter what you say. Our private parts remain very far away. 'Cause we're not gay. Gay. No, we're not gay. No, we're not saying there's anything wrong with that. But for that other team, we simply do not bet. Outside, we've seen you all cosplaying with yourselves. Dressed up like ninjas, pirate whores, and magic elves. You text, you bump, you sweet, you love your anime. Boys are girls, girls are boys, and maybe that's okay. Hey, 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 hey. But we're not gay. No, we're not gay.
Unfortunately, we only got time for one more question. Even though I'd like to get another concert from you. You better think it's a good one.
I was wondering if you were aware of like the initial negative reaction to the character Raiden, and I was wondering if, you know, as the subsequent, the new games came out, did you feel addicted that he got turned into something from like a really feminine character to like a badass character in the game series?
Yeah. At first, when he came out, or he didn't come out.
Yes, he did. Yeah, we so hard.
We're not gay. No, when I did the character, like I had no idea that when the game was released that there was going to be any kind of backlash. I was doing this new character for this new game. I was all excited. Then all of a sudden there's this big for and against this character named Raiden. I'm like, I don't like Raiden. Win. He's not Snake. Win. Poor me. Win. It's all this whining. Yeah, I don't like him. He's running around naked. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't do that. I'm like, I think I did a really good job. Hold on now, hold on. And so I was interviewed subsequently after that, and I said, I have no idea what's going on. All I'm aware of is a big pro-con. And, but you're right. Then later, as they turned him into more of a world-weary cyborg, war-torn ninja, I was indeed vindicated. Or the character was vindicated. And that was very gratifying. However, over the years, I have had many people come up to me in autograph lines saying, you know, I really liked Raiden in Metal Gear Solid 2. Or on further, inspection, I think Metal Gear 2 is really great, and so is Raiden. Or I'm one of those fans who really liked Raiden 2. Or I didn't like Raiden before in 2, but I like him now. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Thank you.
That was a good question.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. You've been great. I look forward to seeing you later at the autograph panel today.
Gigaventure.